Hi, this is Jamel with Recherche Calves in beautiful Statesville, North Carolina. I'm so excited to introduce a stunning female Cavalier King Charles Spaniel girl. This is Miss Yellow of Sophie and Wesley's litter. She was born November 2nd, and so she is in the middle of Puppy Academy, our first training level. She's already had probably close to 100 hours of training, and so we know her personality very well. Her Recherche score is 676, 6 being that she is dependent. She loves people, loves to be held, loves to snuggle, but she's not super dependent. She's not super needy or clingy like many Cavaliers are. She can handle being by herself, but she's not like she's not independent. She is loving. On the activity scale, she's a 7 out of 10. She's a puppy that is outgoing, that has energy, but Cavaliers in general are not hyper. They're not like a Chihuahua or any other small breed. They're very calm. They're probably one of the calmest small breeds I know of, but she definitely has a little bit more energy. Her tail is a motor. She is wagging. We'll show you video of her playing around, so she does have energy. It's just not a lot. And then she's slightly confident. She's not super confident and fearless and a dog that's going to jump off a bridge, but she's also not a puppy that's super shy and timid. Size-wise, she's not going to be a big girl. Her mom and dad are about the same size. They're both 15, 16 pounds, and so I think she's going to get 12 to 15 pounds. So she's not going to be huge, but she's going to be right there. She does have a beautiful blocky head and a nice white coat. She just had a bath, so she's a little bit shivering right now from her bath, and but she's a sweetheart, as you can see. She has perfect balance, red and black. Oh, I love her head. She has a perfect blocky head. She's one of the best looking Cavaliers I've seen this year, and an absolutely stunning girl. Now she's able to go home after graduating either Puppy Academy, which is training till 12 weeks of age, which is January 25th. The second training level is our most popular training program called Canine College, training till 16 weeks of age, which is February 22nd. It's the most popular training program because one, she'll have all of her shots, so you don't have to quarantine her. Secondly, she'll be able to hold duration twice as long at 16 weeks and at 12 weeks. And the biggest reason is that she will grow the most with obedience commands between 10 and 16 weeks of age. So many times they are up to 3 times better obedience trained at 16 weeks than they are at 12 weeks. The third training program is Master's Program, training till 20 weeks of age, which is March 22nd. And then the fourth training level is our second most popular training program called Doggy Doctor, training till 6 months of age, which is May 2nd. Now, if you scroll down, you'll see pictures of both parents, Sophie and Wesley. If you click on those pictures, a video will play where we summarize each of the parents. There's 2 things that make us different from any other Cavalier breeder in the world. The first thing is the quality of our parents. You'll notice that both Cavaliers were imported in from Europe and come from generations of health clearances and show champions. We wanted to get Cavaliers from Europe with greater genetic diversity so they live as long as possible and they have the greatest pedigree possible, especially since we're training them. And that's our second biggest distinction, is that we train every one of our puppies. What I'd like to do is to summarize our Puppy Training Institute. And we're actually going to go ahead and show off Miss Yellow in training. Now, she's not super impressive right now. The first 3 weeks is very foundational. It takes about 3 or 4 weeks before they really get that they're in training. And so the last 2 weeks, they grow like a weed. And so if you really want to see what these puppies look like and act like at the different training levels, go to our Puppy Training Institute page. There you can actually see puppies at every training level, their go-home videos. But right now, I'll just summarize the program. I'll show her off, and I'll come back and let you know what you need to do to reserve her. Our Puppy Training Institute has 4 core areas. There's a couple areas that are very visible that we're going to show you on camera with the puppy that's for sale. Some of the areas are a little bit more difficult, but the one area that's very visible to show is outside training, and the big part of that is leash training. Puppies love the pull, love the tug, love the cut in front of you, and so we train them to walk on our left side. We train them that when we stop walking, they do what's called an auto sit. That's where they automatically sit without being told, without having any hand signals. They automatically sit. That builds respect and focus on you. A couple other areas in outside training, it's a little bit harder to show, is car training and then also swim training when the weather's warmer. The second area that's very visible is obedience training. All of our trainers are certified dog trainers that's been training dogs for years. They know what they're doing. They're all certified. They all can do Canine Good Citizen. They're all very good trainers. And we work on the obedience commands of sit, down, stay, come, place, kennel, and they are trained extensively in all these areas. Now, we have 3 different communication tools we use with the puppies. We use hand signals, we use words, and then we use the training lead that we will provide you. And so as they get older, they get better and better. They can hold their stay longer, they can hold their place longer, they can hold their kennel longer. They can do it with both hand signals and words only, and so they get better and better. The place is when they jump up on the Kuranda cot. You will definitely want to buy a Kuranda cot because that allows the transition for our training to go to you. It's a wonderful command. When we say kennel, they go into their kennel on their own volition. We typically keep the door open, especially as they get older. And we train them, they cannot leave the kennel or really any other door until they are released. The two other areas that's a little bit more difficult that we're going to show you just generic dogs going through this. The one area is house training. We actually spend more time in house training than all the other areas combined. That's about 2/3 of the training, and this is where we work on the most important area of potty training. Of course, we're training them not to use the restroom inside and the signal eventually to go outside. A puppy at 12 weeks of age can typically hold the restroom about 1 hour during the day, whereas a puppy at 6 months can do 4 hours. The same thing is with crate training. We train them to sleep at night in their crate, eat in their crate, and a 12-week-old can typically sleep around 4 to 5 hours without having to be let out, and a 6-month-old, it's 6 to 10 hours. So obviously the longer they're in training, the longer they can be crate trained. We also, though, while they're in house training, we train them not to jump up on us, not to chew things in the house, not to bite our hands. It's very extensive. And then the last area is socialization training. Many people worry about getting a trained or older puppy is that they won't bond. Well, because of our socialization program, our puppies bond very quickly. In fact, we've never had a client complain about that. And so in our socialization, we're training them not to be afraid of thunderstorms. We're training them not to be afraid of the hair dryer, of the blow dryer, of a vacuum cleaner. We have a TV in our puppy training area, in our house training area, where we're socializing them. They go on field trips when they get older. We work extensively on them being handled. We have 20 plus people that work for us, so these puppies are handled by multiple people and they're socialized extensively. That is our Puppy Training Institute. Now, if you're interested in Miss Yellow, read through this entire page. If you scroll to the bottom, you'll see the most recent pictures we just took of her. Right above those are the prices for each of the training levels. Some people do have a hard time finding the prices, so in this video we're going to show you where prices are found on a typical page, but the prices in this video are not necessarily her prices. You do need to look at her page. And then below this video, there's a link. It says click here to fill out puppy application. Click on the words puppy application, fill it out, and we will respond within 24 hours. Thank you so much for taking time to watch this video of Miss Yellow, of Sophie and Wesley's litter. Thank you so much, and God bless.